Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Suspect in custody as police probe series of bomb threats, DCP Bailey. A suspect is now in custody as a hospital and a court building were among the latest institutions to be affected by a series of bomb threats, says Deputy Commissioner of Police Fitz Bailey on Friday. DCP Bailey confirmed that 71 institutions were impacted between Thursday, November 9 and Friday, November 10, with a hospital and a courthouse building among recent targets on Friday. All other targets were educational institutions including Denby and Lennon High in Clarendon, Old Harbour and Greater Portmore in St. Catherine, and William Knibb Memorial Trelawney. He further stated that the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF continues to lead the multi-agency investigation and maintain dialogue with its international counterparts. DCP Bailey gave the reassurance that the JCF, with support from its law enforcement partners, will investigate all reports received as every threat is treated as serious until proven otherwise. He is encouraging citizens to take the necessary precautions to protect themselves, but maintain that there was no need for panic, as all the evidence gathered so far indicates that the threat was a hoax. Suspect held after worker shot dead on Silverson Estate construction site in St. Catherine. The police have arrested a man in connection with the murder of a 37-year-old man on a construction site at Silverwood Estate in St. Catherine. The deceased is Comoy Beckford, otherwise called Ross, of 13 Mansfield Avenue, Homestead in Spanish Town. Head of the St. Catherine North Police Senior Superintendent Howard Chambers said the incident took place at a section of a housing project that is under construction. Reports were that about 1:05 p.m., Beckford was working along with others at the site when he was pounced upon by a group of armed men. While trying to run away, he was shot multiple times in his upper body. The suspect was held as the attackers tried to escape. The St. Catherine North Police were later summoned and the man handed over to them. He is being held at the Spanish Town Police Station. Beckford was pronounced dead at hospital. No motive has been stated for the attack. The Silverstone Housing Development is a project of the state-owned National Housing Trust. Juror dies suddenly during trial in Trelawney. A man serving as a juror in a case in Trelawney Circuit Court died on Thursday after he collapsed during the lunch break. He has been identified as Will Fagan of Sherwood Content in the parish. Fagan was rushed by the police to the Duncan's Health Clinic after collapsing, and he was later transferred by ambulance to the Falmouth Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Fagan was one of 7 jurors in the case in which Michael Guthrie, 21, is answering to charges of burglary, indecent assault, and having sex with a minor. The jurors were expected to begin their deliberation regarding the verdict after the lunch break. Gun ammo seized in Constant Spring. Following a police operation in Akiwa, Constant Spring, St. Andrew on Friday, a man was taken into custody while a pistol and several rounds of ammunition were seized. Reports from the police are that about 6:30 a.m., lawmen carried out an operation in the area in which one Glock pistol with 15 9mm rounds of ammunition were found. An additional 35 5.56 rounds of ammunition were also seized. His identity is being withheld pending further investigations. VMBS closes non-branch ATMs over security concerns. The VM Building Society VMBS says all of its automated business machines ABMs that are not located inside a VM branch will be closed until further notice. ABMs that are located inside the VMBS branches will be available during normal working hours as of Monday, November 13, the company said in a statement on Friday evening. VMBS says the closure is due to increase in detection of attempts to compromise its ABM's network and for the protection of its members. The Building Society said its members can continue to use their VM Express 24 debit card at point-of-sale facilities and at the more than 800 non-VMBS ABMs on the Multilink network. It says all card fees for transactions done using these channels will be waived during the period. Closing our ABMs was not an easy decision because we know our members depend on them. We must, however, ensure the safety of our members' information and their investments, so for their protection, we have had to implement this temporary closure, said Paul Elliott, CEO of VMBS. Elliott says customers will be advised when the ABMs are to be reopened. VMBS also reminded its members to stay vigilant when using any ATM and to use one hand to cover the other when entering their pins into the machines. St. Anne MC seeks to rename Main Street in Ocho Rios in honor of Garden Bush Stewart. The St. Anne Municipal Corporation has moved a resolution which seeks to rename Main Street in Ocho Rios in honor of late hotelier George Bush Stewart. The resolution was read by Chief Executive Officer Jennifer Brown Cunningham during their general monthly meeting in the corporation. Meantime, Counsel for the Ocho Rios Division, Michael Belnavis, explained that the renaming will serve as a recognition of Stewart's contribution to the parish. The resolution will be sent to the Ministry of Local Government for approval.
Whereas Lord Bush Stewart has been a significant employer in Ocho Rios, and whereas Lord Bush Stewart has been, through his Sangha's Foundation, contributing greatly to the development and benevolent outreach program, be it resolved that the St. Anne Municipal Corporation look to rename Main Street Ocho Rios in his honor posthumously. Be it further resolved that this naming do not interfere in the mailing address, but rather to add his recognized name as an addition on signposts and street names. And be further resolved that this resolution be forwarded to the Ministry of Local Government and Community Development for approval.
This does not affect in other words, people who live and operate on the stretch of Main Street will not have to redo their stationery and so on, because it will still be known as 70 Main Street, for example. However, on the signpost and so on, there's an additional component to the top of the signage itself, just to have the name put on there. So it is a recognition, but it does not affect the economics of the business people and so on the Main Street.
Health Inspector wants garbage receptacle demolished over health concerns. Chief Public Health Inspector for Portland, Lorenzo Hume, says a garbage receptacle located on a roadway leading to the Port Antonio Hospital has become a serious health hazard. Hume, who was addressing the multi-sitting of the Portland Municipal Corporation on Thursday, pointed out that the concrete structure on Nuttall Road is now breeding ground for mosquitoes, roaches, and rats. It was ill-advised. It should not have gotten there. I raised my own objection in meeting here at the municipality. It was never a good location, and the only solution is for it to be removed and get it demolished, Hume's urged. He added, it has caused significant damage to the environment, and it's also a source of breeding of mosquito, source of rat breeding. It must be demolished and the place restored. You can't place a refuse holding container or structure on the edge of a spring. Our rules say that certain waste management system must be at least 100 feet away from any body of water. According to Hume, refuse from the garbage container, which cannot be adequately secured, is washed into a gully and a nearby stream as consistent basis, while the remaining pile-up of garbage is left to be sifted through by dogs. The location of the garbage receptacle has been a topic of discussion among users of the hospital who have to contend with the unbearable stench in the area. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell